Hi, I'm Nikki Cook from Netball Victoria.
And hi, I'm Melinda Shoflin from Netball Victoria.
And we're here today to talk to you about our new gender regulation and the promoting male participation in netball policy. So Melinda, a couple of questions first. Can you talk to me about what affiliates need to do now and what they are needing help with right now?
Okay, so there's a couple of core things that we want our affiliates to be working on right now. So one is getting across the regulation, so looking at that document and then reading all the supporting information that's been put together. The second thing is we really want the committees to be looking at that and understanding what does this mean for us next year in terms of our competitions. A lot of people are planning now and thinking about what they're going to be doing, and I know members are wanting that information now. So thinking about what are we going to be doing next year, i.e. can we run a mixed division? Is there any scope for us to do a male comp? The next thing that we would like them to do is to think about, as a result of implementing this regulation, will there be some members that may be impacted? And so it would be great to be thinking about who are those people and how can you help them? Is there a competition in a neighbouring competition that's available? Is there something Netball Victoria can do to help? We really don't want to lose any members as a result of this regulation.
Okay.
The last thing, which is really important, is that the regulation requires that affiliates endeavour to create opportunities for males to participate. What does that mean? Well, is thinking about, well, what can you do next year? If you feel that you're limited in what you can do, and there's very often reasons why that's so, we still want all affiliates to be thinking about, well, what can we do and when can we do it? So put the topic on the agenda and start thinking about what does the future look like for us in this area.
Okay. So I know my team at Member Services have been proactively contacting our affiliates over the last couple of months to talk to them about the new gender regulation, and we found two things. One is that they don't think it applies to them, and two, lots of questions around labelling their competitions. So can you talk us through those 2 points?
Yep. So in regards to the first point around people or affiliates believing it doesn't apply to them, the regulation applies to all affiliated netball. And you need to think about like it's netball law. So it's a black and white rule, it's what the community asks for, so it must be applied. And affiliates can't put changes in their bylaws to work around that. So that's really important.
Okay.
So in regards to the second part of the question around labelling competitions, we appreciate that this might be a little bit complex, and so we've put together a guide that's on our website that goes through line by line for each competition how that could be labelled. So I would literally suggest that people get that, print it and have it beside them when they're working out their competitions and then working out how to label them, because it does go through all the level of detail that's required to clearly and transparently label for gender.
Yeah, it is fantastic, that document. Okay, so we've talked about how to label. Can you talk to us why it's so important to label the competitions?
Yeah, so labelling the competitions clearly and transparently across everything, so whether it be My Netball, a flyer, your website, is a requirement of the regulation. So what's really important is that we are transparent and open as a sport in regards to people understanding what am I welcome to participate in, and if I'm taking the court, who might I be playing against in terms of gender. So providing that choice and that transparency is really important for everybody to make the right choices for them and what they're comfortable with. I think the other thing is we all want to grow our fantastic sport of netball, so that means newcomers. So if you think about families that may not have been involved in netball, they don't automatically know what gender should participate or is welcome to participate. And then you think about new migrants or refugees, how are they meant to understand who's welcome to participate? You know, some parents are concerned, they have teenage daughters, they don't want them necessarily playing against males, so how will they know that? And then you have others that would very much love to play mixed competition. How do they know that? So that clear, transparent labelling is really important. And my big tip on that is where you see an age group, add a gender. And follow the labelling recommendations on the guideline that we've put together. And
talking about the guideline, I know that we've also created some other documents. Do you want to quickly touch on those?
Yeah, so there are a few other documents. There's a question and answer document based on the regulation that's divided up into the sections of the regulation and has a number of questions. Those questions have literally been pulled from the consultation that we've done on this and used those to provide that information. There's also a quick reference guide on labelling competitions in My Netball, which is easy to follow. Also, we've got the guideline for the labelling of the competitions. And also there's the other general information that we've posted along the way in terms of what affiliates should be doing and other information in regards to that.
Fabulous. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up in a nutshell that the new gender regulation applies to everybody, to all affiliated netball. To help label or to understand that better, please jump onto the Netball Victoria website, the gender regulation tab, and you'll find all the information that you need there.